بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is Miss Layla Al-Jahani again. Welcome, dear students. Inshallah, today we will complete and finish our unit 4. This is the last lesson in our unit. Inshallah, today we will do lesson 12, form, meaning, and function. If we want to remember what we covered in the previous lesson, we and also it was your homework, okay? You were supposed to write a note, your favorite recipe, and write a note to one of your family members, asking them to buy ingredients from the supermarket, okay? This is your first writing. The second writing assignment is to write your favorite, your recipe, any kind of recipe you know, but you should include sequence words and the imperatives, okay, like mix, add. These are the imperatives you should use when you do this assignment. If you have done it already, please share it with your friends, share it with your class, okay? Inshallah, today in our lesson, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to use reflexive pronouns correctly, okay? In a meaningful statements, you will be able to connect sentences using conjunctions because and so. So we have two conjunctions, because, so. We will use it to connect statements together, okay? Reflexive pronouns, okay? What does it mean? What do they reflect? When I tell you reflexive pronouns, what do they mean? And why do we use them? Can you open your books, page 47? Okay, we use the reflexive pronouns when the subject and the object are the same person. Okay, يعني إيش؟ يعني إيش؟ I will tell you an example. Like, I can tell you, I cleaned. It's the subject. I cleaned my room myself. On my own, myself. So myself is the reflexive pronoun. I can tell you she wrote her homework herself. I mean, no one helped her. She did it on her own, okay? So herself, I'm referring to the same person, herself, and I'm referring to the same person. Okay, let's see here. We have the subject and we have the action, which is the verb, and the object. They are the object and the subject, they refer to the same person. Okay? The reflexive pronouns, we use it. We cannot say she wrote the homework, she. لا. We have to use when the object and the subject refer to the same person, we have to use reflexive pronouns. Okay? Look at the examples. Here we have my daughter is learning to dress herself. Okay? Herself here is the object. We call it reflexive pronoun. Also here, I entertain myself. Okay? So here we have the actions. Here we have the reflexive pronouns, which is the object. And we have the pronouns, which is the subject. Instead of repeating she and I again, we use the reflexive pronouns to refer to the object of the sentence. Okay? The reflexive pronouns, we use the reflexive pronouns when the subject and the object are the same person. This is what we said already, and you can find it on your book. So it refers to myself. We, it's referred to ourselves, okay? You and you, we have two yous here. What is the difference? Sometimes we use you to talk about one person in front of us, you, okay, one person. And sometimes we refer to more than one person. We have two people standing in front of us, we say you, okay? I'm referring to plural. If you are referring to singular, you will say yourself. This is the proper reflexive pronoun, yourself, this one. If you are referring to more than one, you will say yourselves, okay? He the reflexive pronouns is himself, she, herself, they, themselves, it, itself. Okay? This is how we use this is the proper reflexive pronoun for every pronoun we have. Okay? Now let's see. Note, you can also use the reflexive pronouns to say that you did something without anyone's help. Do you remember my sentences before? Yes, she cleaned her room herself. Here we have more sentences. I made the cake myself. That means no one helped me. Okay, this is another way to use the reflexive pronouns. I did it myself. She cleaned the house herself. That means no one helped her. She did it on her own. Okay? Okay. Let's see this exercise. Here you have to use the proper reflexive pronoun. Okay? This is an example. He likes to look at himself. We have he, and we use the reflexive pronoun himself in the mirror. Okay? This sentence, you can find it in your book. Look at these statements here. Look at these statements. Everyone else went home. We were all by what? Which reflexive pronouns? Look at your book, page 47. You can see the list. I, myself, he, himself, she, herself. What about we? What should we write? Think about it. Can you do it? Or do you need help? Okay, here. Think about you. You, there is two ways to write the reflexive pronouns. Which one you will use? From the sentence, you have to understand the meaning and then choose which one is the proper one to use. She remained what? Not to forget her, she reminded what? Not to forget her dentist appointment. She reminded what? Which reflexive pronouns you will use? He hurt what? When he fell off his bike. These statements, you can find it on your book. This is just an extra statements to check your understanding whether you get which reflexive pronoun you will use. Pause the video, think about it, and then let's see the answers together. So here we have we, so we chose ourselves. Here we have you, yourself. Why yourself, not yourselves? Why we didn't say, use it as a plural? Do you need help? That means we're talking about one person and we're asking him, do you need any help? Okay? So from the sentence, from the meaning of the sentence, we got that he's a one person. We're talking about one person. That's why we use yourself. She reminded herself because she, herself. He, himself. Easy? Very easy. Okay, let's look at this exercise, then we will go back to the second part of form, meaning and function. Let's look at this exercise. Complete the sentences with the correct reflexive pronouns. Also here, you should use the proper reflexive pronouns based on the sentence. Look at the exercise, take 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes is more than enough to do the exercise. Pause the video, look at the exercises, try to do it, compare your answer with your friend. Okay, check why did you write yourself, why you didn't write yourselves, why did you write ourselves, why you didn't write themselves. So discuss the answers together. Okay, now let's see the answers together. Nawal, we refer it as she. Nawal cut herself. We used herself because we are referring to Nawal. Okay. The instructions in the box say, do it yourself, okay? Welcome, everyone. Please help yourselves because everyone, we are talking about more than one person. My father, we refer to him as himself, okay? When you set the timer, the oven will turn itself. We're referring to the oven, so the oven itself. Our refrigerator broke down, so we bought ourselves because we're talking about we here. We have we. The children are old enough to look after themselves, because we are referring to the children, okay? I burned myself. I'm talking about myself. That's why I used this reflexive pronouns, okay? So let's go back to the second part of for, meaning, and function. Yesterday, I went to bed early because I was really tired. This is a story. This is some sentences. You can't find it on your book, but it's related to for, meaning, and function, the second part. Okay, this is a story. Listen to it. Yesterday, I went to bed early because I was really tired, but I could not sleep. It was too hot, so I opened the window. I tried to sleep again, but a mosquito flew and it was very annoyed, okay? Or I was very annoyed. This is just an example to see how we use because and so to connect our thoughts and ideas when we write. Let's see, when do we use because and when do we use so, okay? Here, the conjunction so introduce the consequence or a result. So when we are talking about something happened and the result of this action, we start the result with so. Like what? We didn't have anything to eat at home. This is the event I'm talking about. The result of it, what happened? So we went out for dinner. This is the result of having nothing at our house to eat, okay? So we have something, the result of it, we started with so, the conjunction so, okay? What about because? The subordinate conjunction because introduces a reason. It gives a reason. It tells us why something happened. Why something happened. I can go back to this one and change it to because. How? Okay, I can tell you, we went out for dinner because we didn't have anything to eat at home. It's like you're switching, okay? Let's see here. This example on your book. You should eat a good breakfast because it gives you energy. This is the reason. So because gives the reason. It answers the question why, okay? Complete the following sentences. This is not on your book. This is just an extra exercise for extra writing, okay, for you. Look at these statements. Think about completing these statements. We use because when we give a reason. We use so to tell us a consequence or a result of something happened. He missed the bus. This is the action. So what did he do? What is the result of that? How can we answer it? Think about it. Tell me your sentences. Okay? Because she didn't study hard. So we can start with the reason and then we write the action afterwards. So because she didn't study hard, what happened? What happened? She didn't study hard. What happened to her? Okay? He needed more money, so what did he do? Okay? So look at these statements, write it on your book, compare your answers, look at your friends' sentences. I wrote mine here. He missed the bus, so he walked to school. This is the result. He had to walk. Okay? Because she didn't study hard, she got very low marks. This is the reason she got very low marks. Why? Because she didn't study hard. He needed more money, so he worked every weekend. This is the result, because he needed more money. Okay? Now let's look at the exercise on your book, exercise B. Complete the sentences with so or because. Okay, look at the statements. Look whether it answered the question why. Look whether it's a consequence or a result, and then choose the proper answer, okay? Compare your answer with your friend. Discuss why did you choose so, why did you choose because. Now let's see the answers together. The service was excellent, so they left the waiter a big tip. This is the result, because the service was very good, excellent. They left the waiter a big tip. This is the result. She bought 4 frozen pizzas because they were on sale. Okay? Avocados are good for you because they are rich in vitamins. This is the reason. Ali didn't feel well, so his mother made him some chicken soup. Okay? This is the result. I can't make cookies because I don't have all the ingredients. This is to answer the question why. This is a reason. She didn't remember the recipe, so she called her mother. This is the result, because she couldn't remember the recipe. Okay, easy? Got the difference? Yes? Okay. Now here in exercise C, here. Join the sentences with so and because. Use the pronoun it were necessary, okay? This is an example. We need to go grocery shopping. This is another sentence. The fridge is empty. So we have to combine it, connect it. Here, when I read it, the example, they connect it with because. We needed to go grocery shopping because the fridge is empty. Okay? The bread was stale. We throw the bread away. We can connect it using both. You can use so, you can use because. Pay attention, when you use so, you have to put a comma here. With because, we don't need a comma. Okay, let's read the sentences. The bread was stale, so we throw it away. And I can start with this statement. We throw the bread away because it was stale. Did you see the difference? Yes? Can you do the other statements, 2, 3, and the other ones? Pause the video, think about it. You can write 2 statements using so and because, or you can write one of them, it's okay. And let's see the answers together. I can't cut steak with this knife. The knife isn't sharp enough. So I can't cut the steak because the knife isn't sharp enough. Or I can start here. The knife isn't sharp enough, so I can't cut the steak with it. Okay? 3. Maha is on a diet. She avoids eating foods with lots of calories. Maha is on a diet, so the result is this one. Or I can start with the result and write because she's on a diet. Okay? 4. I really enjoy cooking. Cooking is fun and relaxing. I really enjoy cooking because it's fun and relaxing. Or I can start with here. Cooking is fun and relaxing, so I really enjoy it. Okay? 5. She watches cooking shows on TV, so she can learn new recipes. Or I can say she can learn new recipes because she watches cooking shows on TV. Okay? So what did we do during this lesson? What did we learn? We learned about reflexive pronouns and how do we use the reflexive pronouns when the subject and the object are referring to the same person. Okay? Also, we covered the conjunction so and because, and when do we use so and because. This is what we did in this lesson. Thank you for listening, and inshallah, I will see you next class.